Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. We're talking about Pokemon Sword once again. Now, obviously, I have talked about Pokemon Sword and Shield previously, and just a reminder, I played that in Japanese for my first playthrough. I did do a short little Nuzlocke series that ended badly, but I am currently playing through the game in English. And honestly, I just gotta say, holy cow, Pokemon Sword and Shield may just be the best Pokemon games. Now, why exactly do I say that? Like, obviously, there's like tons of things that they don't have in here that would have made it great. Like Mega Evolutions, we love Mega Evolutions. We want to see them again. They added Alola forms that we don't need because, let's be honest, there was already freaking a Meowth different version. And the same goes for a lot of different things that we've already seen for this. And obviously, there's the Dexit situation. Everyone has their complaints about this game, and honestly, it's fair. It's completely understandable to not be very enthused about this game. But I do have to say that this game is one of the best. I've talked before about how the gameplay is really good, and how I'm not certain if paying the full price is necessarily worth it, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the lore. You see, Pokemon has been doing this thing lately where they've actually been telling a decent story. Like, I know that you Gen 1ers want to say, oh, all of these later games suck, but here's the thing. At least we have story. Almost all of the games, specifically Kanto and Johto, and a little bit of Hoenn even, didn't really have that much story in them. Like, holy crap. Yes, Hoenn did have some little bit of story, like, these are the Pokemon that created the world, but that's basically it. And the same goes for Gen 4. These are the Pokemon that created all life for Pokemon. This is the Pokemon that resides over time and space and the negative realm. While there is a story there, and the same could even be said for Gen 5, it wasn't until Gen 6 where we actually started getting an actual story. A story about who these characters are and how honestly different they are. For X and Y, we met AZ, a person who destroyed the entire world just to, basically destroyed the entire world just to bring back his Floette. And learning about that is really amazing, and it adds to the Pokemon world. And also, there's the fact that the Hoenn remakes expanded on that, telling us more about how there's a second universe out there, and or maybe more. And it proved the multiverse theory, which was pretty freaking cool. And of course, there was more. There's obviously going to be more. And it improved. Alola did slack a little bit on it, with honestly no story really. Like, there was a little bit there, but it was basically just, here's a little girl who needs to be saved. What? I'm sorry, but what? How was awful literally everything about Gen 7? If you actually take a step back and look at it nowadays, you'll see it's pretty awful. It was not a good game at all. The Z moves were awful, everything. But for Pokemon Sword, they actually added quite a bit of lore to the game. And it also started to explain a better reason for why we're going out and catching Pokemon and um, going off to do the league. It's not necessarily because, ooh, we can get a lot of money. There almost never was a reason why people would want to become the very best. Like, no one ever was. It was just, these people want to be Pokemon trainers. Like, what's the reasoning? Is there a reason? Is it stupid? Why are we caring? But in this, there is a reason. Obviously, there's nothing like, oh, there's a war coming and we need to do stuff. But rather, it expands on the idea of how it is basically a sport. While I may not be necessarily someone who approves of the whole idea of Pokemon as a sport, a gathering sport where people watch and stuff, and I don't like sports. Let's just make that clear. I do not like sports. But the fact of the matter is that your trainer does. Your trainer, as well as Hop and all these other characters, are wanting to be the best trainers in the world because of the fact that it is a spectator sport. Something that honestly can get them a lot of money. And that's actually something that's kind of important to realize, is that this game, you could get more money than literally any game before it. Like, holy crap. Like, within the first town, you're getting more money than, honestly, you would in any other game. And I didn't know this until now, but apparently they just use N. They don't use the special Pokemon dollars for Japanese. They actually just use N. It's literally the exact same currency as in Japan. So that was an interesting thing to see. But yeah, you are actually able to make more money than you've ever been able to make, which is actually kind of reasonable because of the fact that it's sports. These people are literally watching you play sports. And that's kind of the point, that almost everything with these sports things is that you get a crap ton of money for being a performer, basically. Let's be honest, that's what sports are, but it helped us cement the story. Obviously, there are some people that would like something a bit more than that. Like, oh, these trainers want to be the best sports people in the world. That's what Pokemon is? Okay. Like, honestly, I feel like there's going to be at some point something. They may not do this, but it's possible that they might do something like it where eventually they will be these Pokemon are prepping for war. And I'm pretty sure that a fan game already exists for that. And that's kind of something that I would expect more. Like, maybe these Pokemon trainers aren't necessarily, while it's seen as this grand thing to do, it's not actually. Like, maybe, in fact, these people are, we tell our kids, go be a Pokemon trainer, and actually out in the world somewhere, there's a war raging. A war that they need the best of the best Pokemon trainers to go out and fight in this war. And they're selecting people through the championships. It's a dark story, but it is a possibility for all of these other worlds. But for this, it's just sports, which I think is fine. It's honestly a great story. Now, obviously, there's a whole bunch of lore behind the legendaries, the box art legendaries, and I'm actually intrigued to actually get to that point in English to see exactly what the actual reasoning for it is. But there is a decent amount of lore behind those, and it's honestly really fun. So, yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield may just be the best Pokemon games. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And of course, if you guys are new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. Like I said, if you have any theories about anything on this channel, then definitely let me know using the hashtag theory review. And of course, if you guys are new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. And of course, make sure to check out the links down in the description below, including my merch store, which Santa Ninja should be available now. I just haven't, I don't know, because of the fact that I'm literally recording this before I've actually put it onto my merch store, so I don't know. And yeah, but anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments below. But I will see you guys next time, and if you got, just another reminder, make sure to pick up Turkey Ninja before it's gone, and that will be gone on Cyber Monday. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on.